The moment that changed everything. When the heart stops beating, when the brain goes silent and the breath disappears, does everything simply end? Or is that the moment something far greater begins? For centuries, religion said, the soul never dies. But science said, nothing beyond death exists. Yet now, the line between both worlds is blurring. Because modern science is uncovering what ancient scriptures have known all along, that the soul is real. And this story might change the way you see life, death, and yourself forever. The search for proof. For decades, scientists have tried to understand what makes us alive. Is it just biology? A brain full of electrical signals and chemicals? Or is there something unseen, something beyond the physical? In the early 1900s, a doctor named Duncan McDougall tried a strange experiment. He placed dying patients on a very sensitive scale to measure the exact moment of death, and something shocking happened. He found that at the precise moment a person died, their body lost a tiny amount of weight, 21 grams. He believed that was the weight of the human soul leaving the body. At first, the world laughed. Impossible, they said. Superstition. But as technology advanced, years later, scientists began noticing similar unexplained changes during death. Tiny shifts in temperature, electrical fields flickering, a strange, measurable change in energy. They couldn't explain it, but it kept happening, and the question only grew louder. Where does life go when the body dies? The energy that never dies. Modern physics gave a clue, one that ancient scriptures had already whispered thousands of years ago. There is a law in science called the law of conservation of energy. It says, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form. When a light bulb goes off, the energy doesn't vanish. It becomes heat. When a tree burns, its energy transforms into light and smoke. So if every part of nature obeys this law, how can human life, the most conscious form of energy, simply disappear? What if the soul is that very energy, transforming from one dimension to another? The Bhagavad Gita said it long ago. The soul is neither born nor does it die. It is eternal and cannot be destroyed when the body perishes. The Bible echoed the same truth. The dust returns to the earth as it was, but the spirit returns to God who gave it. Ecclesiastes 12:7. And the Quran confirmed it clearly. It is Allah who takes away the souls at the time of their death and returns them to life when He wills. Surah Az-Zumar 39:42. 3 scriptures, 3 continents, 1 truth. And now science is beginning to align with it.
The near-death evidence. Across the world, thousands of people have reported the same incredible experience. It's known as an NDE, a near-death experience. Their hearts stopped. Their brains went silent. Clinically, they were dead. But minutes later, they came back with stories that defied logic. They spoke of leaving their bodies, floating above hospital beds, watching doctors perform CPR, hearing conversations from rooms they were never in. When researchers studied these stories, the details matched exactly what was happening in real time, things they could have never seen or known. Dr. Sam Parnia, a critical care physician at New York University, led one of the largest studies on cardiac arrest patients. He found that even after the brain had completely stopped, Some people showed awareness, as if their consciousness was still active outside the brain. He said, "It seems consciousness may continue even when the body is clinically dead." That one line shook the scientific world. Because if consciousness survives the death of the brain, then something non-physical, something eternal, must exist. And that is what we call the soul. The bridge between science and spirituality. Today, quantum physics is exploring realms that sound more mystical than mechanical. Particles can be in two places at once. Reality changes when it's observed. And invisible energy fields connect everything in ways we still can't fully understand. Scientists like Dr. Robert Lanza proposed a theory called biocentrism. It suggests that consciousness doesn't come from the brain. Instead, the universe itself arises from consciousness. In simple words, the physical world may be an illusion, and your awareness, your soul, is what creates it. Even Einstein hinted at this truth when he said, "Energy cannot be destroyed. It simply transforms." And consciousness is part of that same energy. When you put it all together, spiritual wisdom and scientific discovery aren't enemies anymore. They are two halves of the same truth. Religion told us why we have a soul. Science is now discovering how it exists. The real meaning of the soul. But what is the soul really? It's not a ghost, it's not a shadow. It's the essence of awareness, the I am that never fades. It's that voice inside you that watches your thoughts, the stillness that remains when you stop speaking, the light that awakens when you pray, meditate, or connect with God. When your body feels tired, your soul doesn't. When your heart breaks, your soul learns compassion. When your body dies, your soul continues its journey. Every religion, every culture, every mystic has said the same thing in their own words. Life doesn't end at death. It transforms. Maybe heaven and hell aren't just places, maybe they're states of the soul. Peace, love, forgiveness lift the soul upward. Hatred, greed, ego pull it downward. And the ultimate goal? To return to the source, the light we came from.
The moment of truth. So now the question isn't, do we have a soul? The real question is, are we living like we do? We chase money, fame, comfort, forgetting that none of these things will leave this world with us. Your soul is the only thing you truly own, and it carries everything, your love, your pain, your actions. Imagine standing before God, not with your wealth or your name, but with the energy you've built inside. If your soul is pure, you'll feel peace. If it's heavy, you'll crave cleansing. That's why every faith teaches prayer, meditation, forgiveness, not to please God, but to polish your own soul. Science has finally touched what prophets, saints, and sages already knew. We are not bodies having a spiritual experience, we are souls having a human experience. So next time you look in the mirror, remember, the reflection you see is just your outer shell. The real you is light, eternal, divine. And one day, when this body rests, that light will rise again, back to the source from where it came. You're not made of matter, you're made of meaning. If this truth touched your heart, subscribe to Inner Peace Journey and watch the full series where we uncover how science is finally proving what the soul truly is.